YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Duke back here from Sportsgamerz.com, and in today's Madden 23 tip video, I have another super explosive, super effective run scheme to break down for you guys. This time we're going to be looking at the strong close. Now, as we know this year, running the ball is a little bit more difficult than it has been the last few years, but it's still very effective when you know what you're doing. A lot of people are, or most people are going to try to sit in these nickel and dollar sets to defend the run because that's kind of what the meta is right now, and honestly they do a really good job against most runs. However, the strong close formation actually does a really good job of defeating these types of defenses. We're going to take a look at it in this video, so I don't want to take too much longer to mention the playbook because everybody always asks me, and I always mention it in the first minute or so in the video. This video is done from the Packers playbook on offense. Obviously strong close is going to be in other playbooks too. I was just looking at the Packers when I made this video. So, the Packers playbook is pretty solid though overall, I will say. But with the strong close, the main play I want to look at in this video is the HB off tackle. Now, I want to start off going against probably the most common defense in the game right now. It's either Overstorm Brave or Spinner, depending upon who you're playing. Spinner is constantly, you see people online complaining about Spinner because it just defends the run really good, way better than it should for as many DBs are on the field. People even put safeties in at linebacker. And what most people will do when they see you under center and Spinner is they're just going to pinch their defense to, pinch up their D-line, and they think this is going to stop the run. And honestly, it stops 9 out of 10 runs in the game, believe it or not. But this off tackle is super effective against it. Now, before I go too much further, I do want to remind you guys that I do free Madden 23 tip videos, I do gameplay videos, I do news on my channel. So if you're enjoying it, guys, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and just put a quick comment in the video. It's free to do. It just takes a second or two, and it really does help me out. It supports me, and it allows more people to find my videos that need help. And, it allows me to continue to do these videos for you guys. So, this off tackle, there's a few things I want to talk about. First of all, if you've seen any of my other run tip videos this year, you should kind of know by now. You should know there's a theme. I always like these runs where you see the receivers, see how they have those vertical gray lines in front of them. That means that they're going to run the DBs off in man coverage. Because so many people playing man coverage this year, that's really effective because these DBs, when they get ran off the ball, when these receivers have this assignment, they don't realize it's a run play until about 10 yards down the field. Now, if you put a run-off elite ability on your receiver, it would even take longer. You might run the DBs into the opposite end zone. Also, the fullback. The fullback on this run is so effective. He does a great job of being a lead blocker and getting to the next level on this run. It's my favorite part about this play. So, let's just get into it. Let's show you how this play works. And yeah, let's just go. You guys can see here, he gets that safety enough that I'm able to get around the corner. For my free YouTube content, I highly recommend checking out Sportsgamerz.com. This is where I post all my premium content for Madden 23. I have offensive and defensive eBooks, schemes, plus I do 4 to 6 premium tips every week in the Madden Vault to keep you guys ahead of the game. Our best offer yet is the Sportsgamerz Madden VIP membership. This is the best Madden membership anywhere on the net, the best content at the best price. You get access to the entire site for only $24.99. This means all of our ebooks, all of our Madden Vault tips, plus you even get access to our meta reports and our exclusive VIP members-only community. I also do one-on-one coaching as well for you guys that are interested in that. See you at Sportsgamerz.com. If you're serious about winning more games, I will post a link in the description as well as in the comments. So I want to do that one more time. The safety got blocked perfectly on this attempt, and honestly, if that corner did not come off his block at the last second or come off to tackle me, I probably would have scored a touchdown there. So let's just take a look at this. So again, you guys can see that initially those DBs, they're not recognizing that it's a run. They turn and run with the receiver almost as if he's in a route. Now that's one really good thing. It makes getting around the corner very easy. So that's one thing I like. Number two, you see that the fullback, he is targeting the safety right, like off rip. Like he's going after the safety, and this is what allows so many big runs on this play is because when you get that safety and already the DB is not really realizing it's a run play at first, if a good running back, you get around the corner and you could be gone, right? I mean, I know I got tackled here at the last second, but still, I got about 13 yards super easy. This is a super consistent run play against these types of defenses. Any sort of man defenses, especially cover zero man blitzes, really get killed by this run because you're easily able to get around the corner. And worst case scenario, you're getting 5 to 10 yards, but most of the time you'll get like 15 plus, even potential touchdowns. Now, this nickel Overstorm Brave is another popular defense people use. It gets really good pressure, and people like to control the safety on the running back and kind of just come up in the gap. And, it's a cool defense. It gets great pressure, but it does leave you vulnerable for some big plays, right? Now, one thing you can do against any man-to-man defense, I didn't mention against spinner, but if you motion the receiver on the tight end fullback side of the formation across, you could just completely remove that DB from that side of the field. So now he has no chance of making a play, and you see we're able to kind of like just hit that little B gap. Honestly, I could have went outside there, probably got a bigger run, but that time, I just saw a little opening right between the guard tackle, and I was honestly hoping that the fullback would get the safety or at least slow him down a little bit so I could get more. But I knew that, I should be able to get, as you can see here, I got like 4 yards. However, honestly, the better bet probably would have just been able to take it outside and, kind of around the corner and try to let the fullback block the safety. But still, a 4-yard run, that's fine. Not as big as the others I've had so far, but still, we'll take that. Now, another defense people like to use a lot is the linebacker blitz zero. This is a good pressure defense, also a good run defense. These looping linebackers, you guys can see when you put them on the contains, they generally do make it hard to run to the outside. And lots of times people will just control this guy right here and, just play the run themselves. So, once again, you could motion the the receiver across the formation to get rid of that DB. You don't have to. You're going to simply hike the ball, as you guys can see here. Once again, the fullback does a really, really good job of targeting the safety, and he's going to do that against all these cover zero defenses because the safety is in cover zero, going to react to the run pretty fast. And, it's kind of some fullback is going to get him right here. You guys can see the DB. He, again, does not recognize this is run right away, so he kind of just runs down the field. My fullback gets the safety. I'm able to get around. And at this point, again, another 10, 12, 13 yards easily, like super easy. Now you're probably wondering, what if they don't press, right? If they don't press, it's still going to work the same way. Because like some people do play it off, man. Look, again, you guys can see here I actually got a touchdown. And once again, the fullback did a great job of taking away the safety out of the play. And I just read my blocks. I was off to the races. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I'm not even that great of a runner. My run stick is not as good as it used to be. Getting a little older now, so I don't have the best stick like I used to when I was younger, but still, I'm able to get really good yardage with this play. So if you have good run stick, I'm sure you guys can do even better than I am here. But you guys can see here again, the hole is so wide. I mean, a truck could have driven through it, and I'm just able to, cut up there for an easy touchdown. So you guys can see that against man-to-man Ds, especially the cover zero blitzes, you're going to get a lot of big chunks, right? A lot of big chunks. I'm sure you're also wondering, though, what if someone plays zone? What if someone runs like a DB fire defense? Okay, so let's take a look at that. This run is still effective against zones. I will say that against zone defense, you're probably not going to get as huge chunks, but still, it is effective. So we just switched up the dollar defense to zone right here. You guys are going to see that the main difference here, it's just the safety doesn't react so fast to the run that he comes downhill, right? Now, if you're there in cover 4, the safety would react a lot faster against the run. But in cover 2, he backs up. So now the fullback is not really targeting, is able to get downfield and target him so easy. I mean, he could later on in the play, but the safety's not like crashing down immediately, trying to shoot in against the run. So the fullback is not able to get to him so easily. So with that said, the other thing about it is in zone, these DBs lined up over the outside receivers that have those assignments to run the DBs off. And man, because the DBs aren't actually manned up to them, they're not falling for that. So they kind of immediately engage, which isn't the worst thing if you have good receivers that can block, because they'll block them. As you guys can see, number 3 blocked him pretty well. He kind of like got him out of the play, and I was able to just cut it up, and get a good solid run. I mean, like I said, just because it's zone doesn't mean you still can't get big runs. It's just gonna be a little bit different. Again, you guys can see here, same kind of thing. Like I kind of just am taking a little bit more in the gap off tackle. I'm not looking to 100% go outside of my receiver because I know that this guy is not being ran off the ball, and also the safety is not guaranteed to get blocked here. So it's a little bit safer just taking the yardage I get off tackle. Although, I mean, I probably could have, in this situation, gone outside and, kind of worked this area right here. Other thing about this I want to mention is when they are in zone, so say maybe they were in something like this, cover 4, right? Cover 4 will actually have those safeties react to the run very fast too. It's just in cover 2 and cover 3 that they don't do that, but cover 4, these safeties will react to the run pretty fast. So you do have definitely a chance for that fullback to block. Similarly, he was in the cover 0 and the cover 4. Now, another thing about zone is, they don't automatically follow. So you could flip your formation and use motion to give yourself an advantage against zone blocking-wise because, again, in zone, they don't follow as if they're in man. You guys can see again here. You see what I mean? See how the safety, when he's in the cover 4 assignment, he comes down against the run very hard, right? Similar to the cover 0 man. So, at times you're going to be able to get him blocked just the same way. Like, honestly, here the fullback could have got him, but the safety kind of just went wide, which actually allowed the receiver to kind of get a piece of him. The fullback blocked the corner. The receiver just didn't block him. I mean, he tried. He just wasn't able to. If he does block him, this is a touchdown. As is, once again, still, nice chunk of yardage right here. Nice little chunk of change. So, this run is super, super nice. It is good against zone. I would say, though, it is the best against man. And that's really the meta right now, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button. If we could get to 300 likes on this video, I will actually post a little passing scheme from Strong Close. Believe it or not, Strong Close actually is a good passing formation with some very nice routes and plays. Until next time, it's